Boston Celtics won 8 championships in 9 seasons. Chicago Bulls won 3 championships in a row from 1991 to 1993, then turned around and did the same thing from 96 to 98. Then the Lakers took the reins. They pulled off a three-peat starting in 2000. They won back-to-back championships in 2009 and 10, too. So we can argue over the definition of a dynasty, but with 3 championships in the last 4 seasons, the Warriors are there. Here's our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, with more.
Warriors! Warriors!
I think every team that wins multiple championships has a unique skill set that makes them a special team throughout history. I mean, we know how great the Bulls were. We know how great the Lakers were and the Celtics were. We know how great the Pistons were and the Rockets were. This Warriors team changed the template of the league. It changed how the game is played.
But if we move it, we cut, and we set screens, we're going to get opening.
Here's Curry in traffic, works to the basket, had nothing there. He circles the world, gets it to Green. Back to Curry, a 3. After the inbounds with the shot clock at 8, right side Draymond Green. The action cutting is a beautiful backdoor with Curry, who lays it up and in. And it's over. The championship is back in the Bay for the first time in 40 years.
This Golden State team, Brent, is on a road rarely traveled.
Well, Kevin, after getting out of the driveway 24-0, the rest of the league is waiting for the Golden State Warriors to take their foot off of the proverbial gas pedal.
For the most part, this was a pavement game.
Flash Brothers are here tonight. Careful, we might get wet.
Thompson, the most threes by a team in NBA history.
Draymond to Curry. Curry for 3. It's a new NBA record for Steph Curry. He's got 13. History made cut, an oracle, and a timeout for the Pelicans.
You played with them for a long time. You feel like you're in the game, and they put a run on you, and it happens so fast. Next thing you know, you're down 15. You're down, 18.
We know we can make an 11-point lead evaporate in about 2 minutes of good basketball. So when we're in passing lanes, creating turnovers, we're the best team in the world.
54 for Klay Thompson. It's official number 73. The greatest regular season in NBA history now belongs to the 2016 Golden State Warriors.
Truly great teams figure out they're better at what we do than anything you can come up with.
Warriors are trying to start a championship repeat. The perfect cap to their 73-win season. Irving's picked up by Steph Curry. 6 to shoot. He's at the right point. He stutter steps. He launches a 3. Hey! Nailed it!
It's over. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
Blowing a 3-1 lead did something to that team. It's one thing to lose a series and lose the finals. You have disappointment, but I think they really felt like they were the better team. I think whatever hubris that team had went out the window, and they realized, you know what? Maybe we do need some help. They had a team that was good enough to intrigue Kevin Durant to leave and be in a once-in-a-lifetime situation with the cap where it spiked to the point where everybody had this enormous amount of cap space that they otherwise wouldn't have had. So they had some good fortune. There's no question about it.
How do you defend this team? They were already amazing, and then you added Kevin Durant.
You find a way to limit Durant, and that's all you're going to do. You're not going to stop him.
50 seconds to go for the Warriors. They're down by 2. Durant at the left side.
All I was looking at was the bottom of the net, and I seen he was playing, his heels was behind the three-point line.
And he hit a 3! Durant hit a 3!
I've been working on that shot my whole life.
So they win a championship, and then we play them, and we come back from 3-1, and we beat them. But that was the best regular season, probably the best team I had ever played against. They go 73-9, and then you add one of the best players that the NBA has ever seen.
And so the challenge for the rest of this league is, what do we do with this team? Because they're not going anywhere.
It's about as quiet as this building has been all night right now.
LeBron James congratulating some of the Warriors, and we'll get a standing ovation here at Quicken Loans Arena.
It's like playing the Patriots. It's like playing San Antonio. The room for error is slim to none. And you make mistakes, they make you pay because they're already more talented than you are. But they also have the minds behind it too, and they also have the championship DNA. So.
In sports, the definition of dynasty is a team that dominates their sport for an extended length of time.
Back to back.
I told you it'd be worth it.
For the past 4 years, the Warriors have done just that. 3 titles and a record 73-win season. The 2018 Golden State Warriors, NBA champions once again.
Just 83 total losses in the last 4 seasons. An NBA record 73 wins in a single season. 4 NBA Finals appearances in a row. So what do the Warriors need to do to sustain their success? Here's Coach Steve Kerr earlier Monday.
Getting younger is an important factor for us. We'd love to get Loon and Patrick back. We'll see what happens with them, but I think it's good that we're going to be relying on a lot of young guys like Damian Jones and Jordan Bell and Quinn Cook, and so that's part of it, and part of it will be just how we treat it as a staff. And I'm a big believer in the game within the game. We're going to have a lot of games within the games next year.
So those are Steve's keys. Let's talk Stu's keys, as Stu Jackson joins me now. The core 4, those Warriors, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, that has to be the definition of success for this team. But how do you keep those guys together? How do you re-sign these superstars in the coming seasons?
Well, you first have to start off. You've got Stephen Curry under contract, and then you have to turn your sights to Kevin Durant, who is a free agent right now. And to sign him to a max deal is critical. But the more important 2 pieces of keeping those 4 guys together are really Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, because the timing of those signings, assuming they elect to stay, is really, really key. With Klay, he could sign an extension right now, but he'd have to take less money than he would if he waited to make himself an unrestricted free agent. And the same is true with Draymond Green the year after. But at some point, they've got to get all of those signed. And you heard Steve Kerr say it. They need to focus on staying young. They still have Jordan Bell under contract. They still have Quinn Cook under contract. And they still have Iguodala under contract and Sean Livingston. So assuming that they can keep those 4 together along with the youth that they already have, along with Livingston and Iguodala, I think they're set for the dynasty that we all expect.
Okay, so both you and Steve say they've got to look younger. They've got to draft well. Is that what you see as the second key to this success?
Well, and they've had success drafting before. I mean, Bob Myers is a very capable personnel person. This year they've got the 28th pick in the draft. And if I'm Bob Myers, I'm looking not only to add more youth, but I want to add something position-wise that really helps my team, and perhaps it's something that they haven't had in the last 2 years, a front court player that can really stretch the floor. So with the 28th pick, maybe there's someone out there like an Amari Spellman, by way of example, that may fill that need. Now, in the second round, they don't have a pick. But I fully expect the Warriors to do what they did last season, and that is buy a second-round pick. Last year, we remember, they paid $3.5 million to go up in the draft to get Jordan Bell. They may do that again. And, again, building on that youth, keeping their core together, those are the 2 keys.
And as we know, injuries are part of the game. The team has struggled with injuries. But assuming they can stay healthy, how do you keep a team like this motivated?
It's interesting. I think this year is a great stepping stone to next year for the Golden State Warriors. Look, physical injuries are part of the game. They're going to happen. And what the Warriors have proven is that they're deep enough to sustain an injury or 2 during the regular season. But it's their mental health that's going to be a real key to really building on this dynasty. And this year they had some issues, but they went through it. They got through it. Next year I think it'll pay them dividends, and they'll be able to sustain it once again.
And that was the flawless transition to our parade that is coming up. If you guys want to celebrate with the Warriors, you can join us on Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern for live coverage of the team's victory parade. It's right here on NBA TV. And when we come back, the coaching